V. Oh, everything is cropped already. Okay, I'll just go. 3, 2, 1, and oh, go. So this is NightSky. It's getting a little bit old now. Like 5 years ago it was released. It's a like indie game by Nicholas, a Swedish programmer, and I'll be doing the alternative version of the game. So in this game you don't have any like bosses or enemies at all. It's just pure platforming. And you're this ball, and we'll see something I added to it. It's not in the game normally, just me placing an image over the regular sprites. So you have a few abilities, but you don't have them always. Like this would be the white glow here, would be the boost power. Then you have a red glow, that would be the slow down or break. And then there's a third one, that would be the reverse gravity power. So you have the break right here. These yellow circles are keys to unlock doors like you see down there. And I need them to progress. Every screen is like a set of 3, as you can see. This will be the second, and then going back to grab a star. I need 12 of these secret exits to complete the last level of the game, called Slightly Nonsense. Okay. Come on, roll. Nice. So you have some levels like this where I don't really control the ball, I just control the environment, so I'm moving the flippers instead. And almost. I tried to get a really good flipper shot where I just ricochet all the way off, but now I'm stuck with a really slow rolling ball, so give me some peppies, because we're stuck here waiting. So it's really a puzzle game. Not gonna see too much about me solving puzzles, since we can skip most of them. But it's still really technical and has a really high skill ceiling, just like most mobile games have, just because of how complicated consoles can be. Just having optimal turns. Here's the reverse gravity power. It's not just the ball that gets affected by this power, it's all objects on all the 3 screens. So later you will see me affect a little bit more than just the ball. Nice. The skip is actually kinda tricky. So here I'm supposed to be riding this cart. I guess I'm gonna ride it. Never mind. Goes away. Come back. Dang. But I'm just giving it a little push. Helps me out a little bit. Because you just go on immediately, then it's gonna take a while. So on this level, on this screen here, I actually have the brake forced on me, so I can't move at normal speed. There are a few other levels like this. So as you can see, the X means I don't have the access to the ability. And they come and go. So that was Harrow Mountains, and now we're going to Skimning. So the environment of the background and the feel for the levels change a little bit each time. So it gets slightly harder, at least casually. I wouldn't necessarily say the late game is the most important or the hardest thing in the speedrun, but casually it definitely gets gradually harder as the game progresses.
Got a quick donation to read off here, if that's
Go
all right.
for it, go for it.
We have a $25 donation from Dark Terex.
Man.
Dropping a hot 25 on green for Mute Crimson Plus.
Nice. Thanks,
so
Terex.
Now, that's a hot race right now. A hot donation bid war. Green and purple are tied for second place at $25. Thank you, Terex.
It's 2 colors, right, for that incentive? Or it's just one?
Two colors. Orange is leading handily at $123.
So we're gonna grab another secret exit. And most of them don't save any time just because of the cutscene. So here I'm gonna attempt to do a ledge climb. You're not normally supposed to be getting able to get up like vertical edges like that. But with reversing your spin when you're hitting the wall lets you move straight up instead of getting like knocked back. And by spamming the direction that I want to go in lets me, I'm just gonna do this the safe way, get over corners. Like you can affect the momentum in air even though you shouldn't really be able to. So here this is a nice example of how like the reverse gravity power affects like objects. You see the timer. This will be, I think it's the first vehicle. The vehicles in this game are pretty good in normal mode, but in alternative or difficult mode, they kind of get put in these environments where you can really tell that the controls weren't the best put together. Like they are very, very, very sensitive, so it takes some time to get used to them, get good at them, and even then they can still mess you up. Dude, that's a hot pyramid, kinda. Good job by that, Orsa and Kyle. Dang, Brett had to ruin it. Thanks, Brett.
Going for the double peak there? Come on.
Oh, okay. So now we're in all ruins, as you can see. It's kind of got this, grease flare, I guess, like Roman or something. This will be a gondola. Oh, we need to go faster than that. A comfy ride. Just chilling, waiting to go on cars. So you can actually skip this course right here, but it's very luck based if you're gonna end up getting on top there or not. So we're just keeping it safe. And here you're supposed to be going all the way around to push it down, but you can just knock it down with enough force to knock yourself up. Oh, okay. We have to do a cool backup. See if we can still remember how to do it. Hell yeah. Dude, that's so good. I was supposed to carry on the small ball to exploit that one. That strat I did was just, it's better looking, so happy about it. So that was a puzzle. Not really the intended way to do it. Oh, I'm redoing this. I have to do the first screen correctly, or else these aren't going to be synced up correctly and I will just be in a land of issues. So resets and deaths are in general pretty quick in this game, so pretty forgiving in that sense. But mistakes will happen, it's too difficult to go through the game cleanly. Comfy windmills. I need more comfy tags in chat. Bring out the blankets. So on these like propellers, it's very easy to get like stuck in the edges, like right there. Nice fish. Oh, that reminds me, there are some hidden, like, what do you want to call it? Oh, wrong screen. Like there are 3 hidden animals in this game. Can't remember what it's called. Easter eggs, I guess? Yeah, Easter eggs. And one of them are fish, so I guess I can show it off. It's on this screen. Shouldn't be too hard to get to. So right here I can push away, so you have this little baby fish. So there's another sheep and an elephant, but they were way later in the game. Oh no. Fishy. It's not a whale though, but it's a nice hand-drawn fish. Okay, this jump is actually kinda tricky. Gonna bring out the focus face, or I'm just gonna take it slow. Never mind. I don't remember the baby strats, so let's just go fast. Stick with the plan. One solid tap. So most of the levels are very identical to the normal mode, just with a little extra flair. So this one in normal mode you have the reverse gravity power, but here you have normal controls instead. That puzzle right there is something that most people struggle with in casual let's play or first time playing the game. One of the ones that test your brain. So factory is probably the hardest level, especially in the speedrun. You can lose a lot of time, and the hardest strats are really precise. So you can do this section with just a single block, but it's in an alternative it's very hard to set it up correctly. So this entire level is pretty much just engines and gears and flippers. Whoa. Let's do it again. You have something called preloads in this game, where how you're pressing buttons before the screen loads affects how the ball is rolling at the beginning. So when you're redoing the stage, it's pretty easy to forget to do the correct preload. So just kind of rushing the reset. Dang. I'm gonna get stuck in gear now. This is fine. There we go. Oh, got lucky. When you hit it from the right side, it's very likely you're gonna get stuck in the gear just because of the way the ball is spinning. Oh, I might just... yeah, I'm screwed. That's a better bounce. So these blocks can be very random. They're not really random, but a lot of different possibilities based on a billion different preloads you do. So it's one of those screens that really gives away all the different possibilities, or how many options there are in the spinning of the ball. Grab another key to get out on the very end. And on the next screen there is actually the hardest trick in the game. I'm not doing it though, but you could clear everything here in one single jump. It's called quadrigump, where you would do ricochet of all the corners and just get up in one go. I've done it once, ever. And I've never been able to reproduce it. Okay, so coming up is a trick we call one ball. Gonna try and almost. Normally you would need 4 flipper or 4 balls to get over there to let the ball roll in like a single lane, but you can do it in a single ball. In normal mode it's pretty forgiving, but in alternative you need to be placed perfectly on it to balance it all the way. We didn't get stuck there for too long, so we're still fine. Trickiest turns. It's just basic mechanics. Again, you're supposed to be filling out this entire trench for the small balls, but you can just balance on one. Speed it up quite a bit. Here I'm actually gonna grab this key, but I don't really need it. It just helps me set up this secret exit. Oh, never mind. Can we get the backup? Oh, close. Without the setup, that one is probably the hardest one to get. But luckily we have one. So we can see the sunrise, I guess, on the way out of the factory. Gonna go to some easier places. You can actually skip the pendulum, but it's been a long time. Yeah, almost fast. Too rusty. 3 years ago I would have pulled it off. So now we're in Rana Caverns, and as the name suggests, it's gonna be mostly in caverns like this one. So we did some more ledge climbs. If you do it first try, it's faster than like balancing on the single bolts. Oh, okay. Saved it. If I didn't get that first try, I would have been trapped under the vehicle. So here's the early cycle, hopefully. Nope. You can get above this one to catch this late cycle here, 1 cycle earlier than I just did. So we're gonna build a bridge. There's a nice little buffer to set it up. Ooh. Okay. Not the plan. Now stuff is gonna be interesting. There we go. So the game can actually crash here, but it usually doesn't happen unless you're on a really good pace. There's something about this game where the faster you beat it, the more likely it is to crash, but there are some certain spots where it happens no matter what. But if you play it super cleanly up until that point, it usually crashes. Something that's kind of frustrating if you're going for a PB. Dude, nice spread. Glad you're comfy. Like anytime there are like a lot of moving objects, I'm happy that we have really bulletproof setups, even though I don't make them look bulletproof, but they are. If I die, then I messed up. So here's an interesting level where I only control the gravity. So I can't control the ball at all, just the gravity, so make the ball roll. And you have some objects at the end that I also try to control at the same time, so I can get pushed up and do this bottom route nicely. So here's the only secret exit in this level, and now we're gonna raise a boulder and try and go fast. Normally you're supposed to knock over one of those sticks. Oh, this might be too slow. to avoid the ball from rolling at all, one at the bottom. But if you're fast and good like me, then you can beat it. And here's everybody's favorite gainer. Right there. So good. That's got a double. It's possible to skip all three in one goes, but you have to be really lucky with bounces on like how you're landing on the very first one. I think this screen was actually the one that I took the longest to beat casually. That first screen is something. So also really smooth level. Not too much mistakes. Yeah, it looks really good when done well. A little bit too rusty to show that off though. But it's still good enough. So this is probably the prettiest level. It's the void with all the stars, and it's the only one with, other than later, with nice colors. Oh. Little platform skip here. Hopefully, yeah, nice. Let's go for this key skip. Got it. Oh, I break. I didn't save any time by doing that. Whoa. I'm just gonna do the safe way. Yeah, it would take... I think me and Alpha Particle did a semi-blind race of this. Before we started roading and having stress for the game. And it took us 2-3 hours. And then we were already good at normal mode, so yeah, it would take a few hours. So you see these balloons here, they are pretty slow. So we're gonna try and skip the second and third one, because there's one balloon on each screen. Got the first one, got the second. In alternative mode that isn't too difficult. In normal, that's one of the few tricks that are harder in normal mode than difficult. Oh, don't die. Come on, balloon. Oh, halfway there. So, next screen has a cool skip. It's one of the first one that was discovered in this game by, I think it was Zimbabwe. Way back in like 2012. That key skip. It's one of the cooler looking skips in the game. Even though it's pretty simple. Is that gonna be good? Nope. One thing about this game is you kind of have to, since like the screens kind of fade in beforehand. Oh, this is so bad. You kind of have to memorize all the levels, so you know what to do beforehand before you see it. You can't really react. If you're reacting, then you're already too late.
I have a couple donations to read if that's alright.
Go for it.
We have $10 from Eldra. We need more purple. Love all you guys. I assume that means purple is his color choice for Mute Crimson Plus.
I would assume so.
I decided to team up with him, not knowing he was going to donate for that. I put $25 in for the same incentive.
Nice.
So now we have purple leading green by $35, and orange is still in the lead with 123.
I'm still waiting for the cab snipe to make orange and blue the colors.
His fingers are just waiting to hit enter on that like $200 donation.
The dream. So we're halfway there. I'm gonna chill out in the forest. Probably one of the prettier levels. At least underrated, I think. And the music in this one in particular is actually really good. If we get to hear it. Come on, track. Yo, halfway there, 2K. Nice job, everybody. Let's bring him over. Here we go. Good track. This is a neat skip. It skips the entire puzzle. Oh, stay there. It's actually harder than it looks. I was so lucky to get it first try. Oh, that's wrong. I need a very specific preload here, or else I'm gonna not make it up this hill at all. This vehicle is very finicky. Nice. Good job. Good job, me. Like, this will happen if you don't have the correct preload. That should be good. There we go. So here I'm gonna try and get underneath one of these ledges. Skips normally you're supposed to do like a zigzag and climb on top of each one, but it's slow. And now we're a bird flying. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Nice. And say hello to the phone car. So for everybody who's above 25, probably remember when a telephone looked like that. That's why it's called a telephone car. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rip. Bye, doggy. This one is also really hard to control. If you brake or go up slopes, it will tip over very easily. So you have to navigate with care. You're supposed to use all three pieces, but if you stack them nicely on top of each other, then you can just barely reach it. Here's some nice purple for you, Elro and Brett. Especially on the top of the screen.
Well, I'm sorry to say that that's the last purple we're going to be seeing for a while.
Dang.
Chelny just donated $100 for yellow Mute Crimson Plus. Poor Prissy.
What a guy.
Rest in peace, Darkteryx.
Crushing dreams.
If you guys want to stop Chelny's tyranny, you're going to have to put at least $40 towards purple or $75 towards green. Get him in there.
Oh, that's not good. Like, this is one of those screens that look really insane, and then you realize you just hold left. And you just balance perfectly across. Let's see if we've gone golfing. We have. Hole in one. I am ready. I'm ready for the mini golf. Ah, dang. Don't play it safe now. There's an early cycle here you can get, but you can get stuck trying to go for it a lot of times, so giving it one go and then that's it. It's now got Giant Leaf. This one has the most vehicles by far. And this vehicle actually has two different jumps. It reacts differently with ANS. Something most people don't know. Ooh, get over. This screen, you can skip this top path, but it's very risky. So coming up is after the screen, the game's gonna crash. That happens every time. But hopefully we can get this out of bounds first. This is pretty slow, so probably not gonna get it. Got the skip though. But yeah, there we go. Rip game.
While Zoda's restarting there, we have another donation. Mr. Cab coming through like always. $48.43. Shout outs to Mute Orange. So he's just really securing that orange position for the race, it looks like.
He got scared. There we go. Luckily this game saves as soon as you exit, so it actually registers me beating that screen, so I can just skip right to the next one. You don't have to like redo it and crash again. Another secret exit thing. And normally you're supposed to be pushing over that tower in the middle, but you can do a ledge climb again. Just skip the entire puzzle. And this is my least favorite vehicle in the game. That's why never mind. I'm trying to take it really safe for this one. But it's really hard to, at least the first screen, to make sure he stays upright and going where he wants. So here's a possibility for a key skip. I'm gonna grab it, but I'm gonna try and like, clear this trench. Didn't happen. So we gotta use the boulders. This is probably one of my favorite tricks in the game. You can sling this bridge across. Nope. I'm gonna do it until I get it. Like you can like fling it across, not really, but all the way out to the gap. And normally you're supposed to be carrying like a small ball all the way. That's really slow. Yo, all the coffee friends. More vehicles. Gonna have the puppy pick up the key. There's like a hidden block here that wouldn't let me get past if I didn't pick it up. So in normal mode you could get on top of this and do a ledge jump and skip the entire thing, but in alternative you have to ride it all the way, since you actually have to make it back to grab this exit. This would be the second to last one. Nope, that's not it. I wanted to jump on top. Never mind. We can try again. Don't think I have the preload though. I did. Nope. We're being nice and safe. So we got 2 more levels. Now we're going to the north. So when you see this texture I'm landing on right here, that kind of like see-through, that's ice. So I have less grip and friction, and everything will just keep sliding. Oh, I can show off the bunny here, or the sheep. Yeah. Okay. Might as well show the elephant too. That's the last one. Doesn't take too much time. Might even be able to get this even with picking up the elephants. Oh, never mind, it's over. Casual route is too difficult. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, we need a star exit here, so... Dang. Backups. So that's the last star I need. So now we're ready for slightly nonsense. I'm gonna go sledding. We'll see, had too much fun, so you want to go again. No, this is 100%. Back in the day when the game was released, there used to be a cutscene played. Oh, yeah, rip. After this level, after Aurora's North. But when the game got released on Steam HD, the one I'm playing on right now, that cutscene got removed. Like, it's still in the files. You can see the pictures and everything. But the cutscene doesn't trigger, so it's kind of difficult to say, okay, you beat the game when you get suddenly just put into another level. So that's when we decided to make 100% the raid category. You can see what I mean when I'm actually beating slightly or Aurora's North. But that used to be the end of the game, and then slightly nonsense would be like the bonus end game. And that's why you will only see 100% runs on the leaderboard. Was kind of sketchy. Really safe. More sledding. Not a level where I've just control environment and nothing about the ball at all. I'm gonna ride some balloon. There's another other bounce here. This one is harder to get. I'm not gonna get it. If you have enough speed, you can get pushed all the way above, so you don't have to do like this slow S fall right here. So it's like a second and a half. The key to this skip is just getting the front wheel over, and when you shoot the flipper shot you will lift up the back wheel so you can actually get past that gap that you're normally supposed to be filling up with that big boulder. More flippers. Another example of a place where you normally would need a lot of balls, but you can get away with just having one. Then this would be the hardest other ones to get, but also the one that saves the most time. No chance. With really good timing, you can again get pushed up and fly above, so you don't have to do this whole thing. So this would be normally like the last screen. But then you're just put into another level, so no ending credit cutscene. So it's kind of hard to define that as beating the game. So that's why we're doing this bonus, slightly nonsense level. And that was the key door. I needed 6 stars to get past, and there's one more later that needs all 12. So that's why I've been collecting the stars all the way through. Driving wrench. And here's another where I just control the gravity. That little pupper roll in the free. And you can tell this is a bonus level with just the colors and the entire feel of the game kind of changes gears to something completely different. Music is pretty good though. So here's the last key. You can see this has 12 stars underneath. Nice. I'm trying to stay on this one to give it a little bit more speed. It doesn't have like a set rotation. You can actually speed it up, so you can do that cool movement to get back up on top. This screen is kind of unique that it's the only one that's a single screen. If you look in the editor, it's actually you starting on the third one, and the screen 1 and 2 are just empty spaces. There's one more screen, the one with the flipper shot in Aurora's North. That was only 2 screens. That was kind of the same deal. Other than those two, everything is split into 3. So if you haven't figured out this, yellow or white thingies are like trampolines. Oh, that was one screen I had in my mind. Wanna make it? Yeah, barely. So there are a few levels that are just cycle based. The same goes for this one. It doesn't really matter how fast you are at the beginning. It's all about... Got punished for resetting. Should just stay there. So this is the second to last one. That doesn't mean it's time yet though, because in this game we actually play through the credits. It's playable, so we play through that as well. Dude, what happened to my setup? It's patched. That should be good. Nice. So that was the last like real level. And now we have the credits. You can actually lose surprising amount of time in this. It's just pure movement. It's only a few screens that really matters. You can actually do a skip here. It's stupidly hard. But yeah, you can find this game on Steam. I think the normal price is $10, but it gets on sale pretty often on between $2 to $5. So with Black Friday coming up soonish, it can be something to pick up. Bring it back, NightSky for revival in 2017. This is the only screen I had power in. But yeah, this is the last one, so Fade to Black is gonna be time. So time. GG. So that was NightSky. Hope you all got comfy. Now I can look at